Hello, my name is Josh and I'm here to give a little review of what I think of the Woods RT72.40 Rototiller. I bought this brand new about a year and a half ago, and I would say I have approximately, if I have 5 hours on it total, that would be shocking. And it's been very easy tilling because I turned the ground over first, let it dry, and then I went to rototilling it. So it was like powder. It was very easy tilling. A couple of things that I really like about this rototiller is that the sheet metal is actually pretty sturdy. I was actually surprised with how many rocks and stuff were banging around, that there wasn't big dents in this where paint would chip off from being the powder coat getting dislodged from the sheet metal from a dent. I'm actually surprised at that. And then I'm also surprised at how well the tines hold up. They actually did a pretty nice job. But there is a lot of problems with this particular rototiller in my opinion. And we'll start right here on this side. The kickstand is very easy to forget. Operator error, obviously, but as you can see, this one is bent a little bit because I forgot to put it up after I loaded it one time. And that's just, it's not easy to see after you get it hooked up. It's very easy to forget about. The other thing I'll mention is look at all the oil on this gear case. That is all from the vent here. The venting on all of my Woods products that I've had so far, which is this and the brush hog, has been in the exact wrong position. If you look at it from here, the gear is going to be spinning right here, slinging oil right onto the vent, which obviously at some point in time is going to come out and it's going to drip all over the side. And again, I have maybe 5 hours on this, so I don't think that this should be happening. If they would have put the vent, say, here instead, when the gear is slinging the oil, it wouldn't have hit this, and it probably would have been fine. Same thing happens on the gearbox here. You'll note that I have a little 90-degree adapter in there. That did not come like that. That plug at the top right there with the hole in it, that was the vent that was directly into the back of the gear case. And this is also right in line with the gear in there. So when oil, or the gear was spinning around, the oil was slung right against the vent, and this entire back, this whole back side of the rototiller, the very first time I used it, was covered in gear oil. It almost emptied the entire gearbox. I had to refill the entire thing. The reason that 90 is on there is because the dealer, when I took it back for another issue I'll tell you about in a second, I mentioned, hey, this thing's leaking oil like crazy. So he put that little 90 on there. He said, yeah, this is a pretty common thing. But the biggest problem that I've had with this is, it's going to be difficult for me to show you because I'm walking around my truck, is down here, the tines lodge rocks between this side plate and the tine. And when it does that, it forces that plate out by dislodging a little snap ring. The auger piece comes through and is in here, this little plate right here. And the only thing that holds it there is a little C-clip that goes on there. And that pops it right off. And it's hard to see here, but this plate is black because it's been replaced already. It popped the plate out and bent it. And obviously I couldn't use it like this. I didn't even notice that that had happened the first time. And the bearing, which the dealer never put any grease in it, the bearing was completely shot. It was trash. There was nothing left of it. So I took it back and they fixed the oil problem here, which I did say that is a fix. They solved that problem. But this plate, when they replaced it, you'll note that they replaced it with a black plate that does not match the orange. And I was like, what is this? And that's apparently the way that they replace everything. Not pleased about that. But I didn't even run this half an hour again in tilled soil or turned over soil, powder dry, super easy tilling. And another rock got lodged in there and did the exact same thing. Popped it right out. This time I was wise enough to see that it had happened. And I kicked the bottom of the plate back in. I was able to bend this by just kicking it. And I finished the job that I was doing And luckily, my dealer, who I've been working with, who's Himrod Farm Supply in Himrod, New York, has been absolutely fantastic to work with. The guy's like, you know what, bring it back. We'll take this off your hands. You shouldn't have to keep dealing with this, and we'll give you a brand new one. Now, I'm going to take that brand new one. I'm just going to turn around and sell it because I am jaded with Woods products at this point. But I wanted to give a fair review from somebody that has a few hours on one of these and what my personal thoughts are. I think that this is a very, very light duty rototiller, and that it is not well designed in some regards. So take it for what it's worth. Hope you this helps your decision making out if you're looking to get one. Thanks.